Good afternoon. The time is 3 p.m. on July 15th, 2025. I'd like to call to order the July meeting of the Norwalk Fire Commission. We have a quorum with Commissioner Destruge and Commissioner Dixon and Mayor Rilling. And the first item on the agenda is public participation. Is there anybody online wishing to address the commission?
No.
No.
Okay, so that will move us on to the fire chief's report.
Mayor, acceptance of minutes.
I'm sorry?
Item 4. Acceptance of
Acceptance of the
minutes.
minutes.
Yes, we skipped right over that. Can I have a motion to accept the minutes of the meeting of June 17th?
So moved.
Are there any corrections, deletions, or additions?
I don't have any.
None.
Seeing none, all in favor of accepting the minutes as submitted?
Aye.
Motion carries. Now we'll go to the fire chief's report.
Okay, good afternoon, Mayor, Commissioners.
Good afternoon.
So obviously, we finished out 24-25 year, and we just started 25-26. Just a few items just to talk about quickly. The fire suppression division and the wage and salary and overtime accounts. There's a couple more days in June that reflect in the first week of July, which will change these numbers, but change them, not really move the needle that much. So those two accounts will have a surplus. Fire Marshal Division, we're only at 78.9% of the salary because for over 6 months, we had an acting fire marshal. And then the part-time salary accounts for that division also accounted for only 2 of the 3 part-time that was funded. And that's only at 57%. And one more, the mechanics division, we're only at 53% because we did not have the assistant mechanic position filled, which we still don't have filled, but we're trying. And overall, we're at 90.4% for the year, last year. So if I could take any questions.
I think that's very admirable. We're very happy to see that. And we know you're looking to hire some additional people, so.
Yes.
Commissioners?
No questions. Thank you again for keeping us under budget. Just a question. Is it possible to, at the next meeting, to give us an actual budget closing out the year, June 30th, so we can see the actual number?
Yes, we could do that.
Thank you.
Let's note that Commissioner Ferguson is here. He joined us at 3:02.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon,
Good
Commissioner.
afternoon, Commissioner.
Good afternoon.
So now we have Assistant Fire Chief of Administration.
Good afternoon, Mr. Mayor. Good afternoon,
Good afternoon,
Commissioners.
Assistant Chief Conti.
Just a few updates on ongoing projects for the buildings. For Station 1, the apparatus floor, that project has been approved. I have a meeting actually with the contractor Monday morning, and we intend to get that project started as soon as possible. Hopefully, we are looking, without any bumps in the road, we're looking at a couple months of work. Truck 1 will be relocated to Station 6 at apparatus maintenance for hopefully about no more than 2 months. So that's our plan right now, barring any issues when we start breaking ground. I anticipate maybe 2 or 3 weeks we want to start that project. I'll find out more on Monday. I'll have more for you next month on that. Station 4, the building renovation, we're going out for bid for an architect. It looks like after talking to Alan Lowe, our goal is to go out to bid this summer and be able to present to the Common Council and committees an architect for approval for the September meetings. That's our goal for Station 4. And for our overhead doors, we've got the installations have been completed at Stations 4 and 5. I included some pictures there of the new doors. They're working out very well. They're good doors. They're good commercial doors. We upgraded the motors, and the springs are very good springs that they upgraded to the heavy duty high rotation springs. Station 6, our apparatus maintenance is being scheduled now. They were telling me maybe a couple weeks or so. Hopefully they can get them on the schedule. We can start that work. And Station 1 will just be completed after the floor is replaced. So we're on schedule with that. Our SCBA compliance upgrade, we've obtained all the approvals and we submitted for the purchase orders. They've all been submitted, so that those orders should be finalized in the next week or so. And they're looking at, they said that they're backed up. A lot of people are getting these new SCBAs. These are the brand new ones, but they were looking at, we could be anywhere 10 to 20 weeks out, but that's why we got in. It was very good for us to get in as early as we could. And I'll take any questions.
Commissioners?
No questions. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, seeing no further questions, that'll bring us to Assistant Chief McCabe, the Assistant Fire Chief of Operations.
Thank you, Mayor. Good afternoon, Commissioners.
Afternoon.
I'll begin my report with the monthly calls. In June, we had 796 incidents, busy month, averaging just over 26.5 calls per day. We had 21 fires, including 2 building fires, 44 rescues, 38 of those being motor vehicle accidents. We responded to 471 EMS calls, 47 hazardous conditions, 23 service calls, went on 126 fire alarms and 64 good intent. So looking at the year so far from January 1st to June 30th, we are at 4,114 incidents and 6,608 total responses. Moving on under operations, item A, our Norwalk recruits, our new firefighters will begin academy training on August 11th. And instead of sending them to the Connecticut Fire Academy in Windsor Locks this time around, we are joining with the Bridgeport and the Fairfield Fire Departments to hold an academy at the Fairfield Regional Fire School. The recruits will graduate with the same certifications that they would receive at the Connecticut Fire Academy. And besides being a more convenient location, there are several advantages to this model, such as smaller class size and more live fire training. And I believe that Chief Capola will have a little bit more on that in his report. Item B, our new 29-foot Metal Shark fireboat has been delivered and is being upfitted by apparatus maintenance with radar, lights, and radios. Once it's in the water, we'll begin a training regimen with the Station 3 personnel, and we hope to have it responding to emergencies before the end of the summer. Item C, the delivery date for our Pierce Heavy Rescue Truck has thankfully been moved up 6 months to March of 2027. And although that's still a ways out, I hope it indicates that the delivery and supply chain issues in the industry are starting to improve. Time will tell, but every month that it gets moved up helps us out. Item 4, notable incidents. June 24th, we had a structure fire at 8 Godfrey Street. This fire was in the finished attic of a 3-story wood frame house. Firefighters stretched a hose line to the 3rd floor and extinguished the fire, containing it to the attic apartment. This incident occurred during the height of the heat wave. The deputy chief did a good job rotating fresh crews and allowing personnel to rehab and hydrate. One firefighter was transported to Norwalk Hospital for heat-related symptoms. He was treated and released. The crews did a great job despite temperatures near 100 degrees that day. On June 27th, we had a structure fire at 4 Tryon Avenue. This fire occurred in a 2-story house and moved quickly with heavy smoke and fire showing when the first companies arrived on scene. Firefighters made an aggressive attack and saved the home despite heavy fire and smoke damage. The residents of the house were not inside at the time the fire started. One firefighter sustained crush and laceration injury to his hand, but he's now at work, and no civilians were injured. Fire Marshal's division was investigating the cause of both of those fires. That concludes the operation report. I'd be happy to take any questions.
Commissioners,
No questions, but thank you for
Thank
the
you.
report.
Thank you.
nice to see we're going to be getting new recruits at the academies 12 weeks out, because I know you're still a little bit short.
Yes, yes. So
We bring
putting
it
this
up.
class through will help us with our vacancies. And as I said, we're excited to be using this new model with Bridgeport and Fairfield, something more local.
Good. Brings us to the Fire Marshal's report. Fire Marshal Donahue.
Good afternoon, Mr. Mayor, Commissioners.
Good afternoon.
Total inspections for the month of June were 175 for a total of 2,089 units. We had one pub ed event at City Hall for the Employee Safety Fair. We brought the Bull X fire extinguisher simulator and some pamphlets to hand out. The event went pretty well. We had 30 plan reviews for a total of $2,500 for a total income of the month for $2,500. We had 11 fires for the month of June, 4 code issues, hazard related, for a total of 15 investigations. Mega multis were 10 sites for a total of 1,480 inspections there.
Wow.
And that's pretty much it for my report for the month. Any questions I will take?
No questions.
What's the status on your inspections that you're making? Are you up to speed pretty much and looking obviously for a new fire marshal or assistant?
No, we're actually good
Thank
with
you.
both the fire marshal and assistant. We're actually getting 3 new deputy fire marshals shortly, which will be going to the state fire marshal school in September.
I
But we
didn't
are
mean to
doing
scare you.
pretty.
I'm sorry.
What's that?
I didn't mean to scare you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you did. You raised my eyebrows a little bit on my football. I'm getting replaced already. But no, Kurt's still here. I'm still here. So everything's good. Inspections are going well. The guys are getting brought up to speed with our new implemented software first due. We're getting all the information in there. I think inspections are picking up. They're doing really well on the commercial side, the residential side. So I can't say anything bad about the new software and the productivity of the guys lately.
Good. Any questions from the commission?
None. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Glad you're still on board.
That brings us to emergency management. Mr. Luca?
Hey, good afternoon. Obviously the big story is it's been hot and it's going to stay hot for a while. So we've had a couple of rounds of heat waves. Governor has declared some heat emergencies. So we've activated the website to share information, a lot of public information outreach for heat safety that will continue for the rest of the summer. This time of year is also a lot of pop-up thunderstorms, as we saw yesterday. It's just that coordination with the group to make sure we're getting information and then pushing information out on the regular platforms to keep people informed. And really, again, internally and externally, it's trying to push the message of have ways of getting information and updates from the National Weather Service, because things do change pretty quickly, and really just staying aware, staying informed, because again, these pop-ups will happen again throughout the season. We have I met with the vendor or potential vendor for the EOC upgrade. So that was a capital project that was approved for this coming year. Just to, again, kind of look at the technology, try to simplify where we can, add as needed. And again, just kind of the current system has lasted us almost 13 years with a lot of wear and tear. So hopefully, again, when we do a refresh, we'll get another 10, 13 years out of the next system and say within budget. And then I have worked a little bit with Lamont Daniels in community services. We've just been discussing some potential software for needs assessment after disasters. So we have the residential reporting, so people can tell us, what damage they had. But we've been looking at trying to find some solutions for if people have unmet needs, food, transportation, housing, some of the other challenges survivors face. How to get a good, easy system that could be used to share information amongst us. And then finally, we picked a date for the open house, which is September 27th. So more to come on that one.
Okay.
But the date is locked in, I think.
All right.
That's it.
Commissioners?
No questions, great job, but kudos on the recognition letter that came up mentioning you for taking your shoes off and doing what you needed to do.
Yes, for the shelter.
Yes.
Yeah, and thank you. You've been very good at communicating all the situations as they arise. And I know the emergency team, so to speak, appreciates that, keeps us up to date and aware of what's happening. So,
Thank you.
okay, that brings us to the training report. Deputy Chief Capola.
Good afternoon, Mayor. Good afternoon, Commissioners. The month training report for the month. Currently, we are still utilizing the vacant structures over on Renzulli Road off of Westport Avenue. We're doing a lot of non-destructive type activities. We're going to be given the green light within a few weeks. Hopefully, once the weather starts getting a little cooler, to do some destructive work like cutting the roofs and kind of doing some other stuff that involves damaging the buildings, which we've been given approval to do. We are sharing the buildings. There's 6 residential houses and 2 commercial buildings, and we are using them in conjunction with the police department, and we're in constant communication, so we can neither one of us are doing anything that would hinder the other's ability to train in the houses, which has been a tremendous help. We still are currently ongoing training on operators, drivers for both the engines and the ladder trucks, including every once in a while we'll set up the EVOC course, emergency vehicle operation course at Vets Park, and do the obstacle course with the vehicles. The familiarization training with the new boat has taken place. The boat has been taken out for sea trials, so they were doing some of that, and that'll be ramped up more once it's ready to go in the water. And then we still have some probationary members that are completing probationary task books, and that's ongoing as well. We are doing we actually finished rapid intervention training for the month. It's actually good because it can be done indoors. When it's super hot, we can do that inside without being out in the sun, and we can take care of that and check that off the list. And then I already mentioned pump operator training. Completed, as far as completed, never really completed. They're always ongoing, but we did site tours of West Avenue apartment building construction projects. Troy assisted me with getting appointments for all 4 shifts to go walk through that new building on West Avenue. It's a massive building, so it's really good to get our teams through there to look at the building and understand where things are. And we also added information into our new software program for that building for pre-planning purposes. And then we've been doing a lot of vehicle stabilization with the rescue personnel, as well as extrication. We've been working with Norwalk EMS lately with their members and doing some demonstrations for how we stabilize vehicles, lift them off of victims, and also disentangle victims from the cars themselves. Some of the upcoming training activities we do have a CFA, Connecticut Fire Academy Fire Officer 2 certification course planned for the fall. It begins in October, and we have about a dozen members taking that class from our own department. If we don't get any more than that, I'll open it up to some outside departments that also offer us the same opportunity now and again for that type of training. We were over at Manresa Power Plant recently getting some ideas for doing some confined space training. We're gonna probably that's gonna take a lot of planning, so I'm working on that. I just met today with the instructor for a company that delivers collapse shoring at the over at the Renzulli Road vacant sites. We have some really good ideas for training we can do there once we can start demoing the buildings. We're thinking about doing a vehicle into the house and then practicing shoring up around it, and also possibility of some large tree, maybe a large tree falling on one of the houses or something like that, and do shoring for that. So we have a lot of good ideas there, and we're almost about 90% done with physicals for the year. So that's great. We've done probably in the next 2 or 3 weeks, we'll be completed with that. The last thing I have on my report is the like Assistant Chief McCabe mentioned, we are doing recruit class with Bridgeport and Fairfield at the Fairfield Fire School. It's a really great opportunity. Just a couple of things to highlight. It is definitely going to be a smaller class. Each member will get a lot more repetition. There's quite a lot more live fire training than the Fire Academy does due to the small size and the fact that they have an on-site burn building right there at Fairfield. And also a couple of other things, having more interaction with the new recruits. I'll be right up the road. I could go there anytime I need to. I can also assist with the training and teaching of the new recruits. The fact that it's going to be a Monday through Friday schedule is tremendous because it allows those members to be able to go home to their families at night and not have to camp out at the Fire Academy overnight for a full week. It's a very good benefit of it. And then finally, the new recruits do graduate with full IFSAC Pro Board Firefighter 1 and 2 hazardous materials WMD awareness training and operational. And they also will be trained to drive fire apparatus. Well, not trained to drive fire apparatus, but they will have the license that allows them, the Q restriction on the license, to allow us to train them immediately. And, not immediately, but once they're here for a little while without having to go to DMV and getting all that done. So that's a real good benefit. And then that's about it. It starts off, like Assistant Chief McCabe said, it starts August 11th and it commences on the 12th of December. There is an EMT component in there. We're not absolutely sure yet if we're going to use that or we're going to do that ourselves, but that's also a possibility. So that's it. We're all really happy about it. We had a great meeting with them today in Fairfield and Bridgeport, and it's looking like a really good opportunity. It's also going to save us a lot of money. It's going to save a ton of money. So
Is this going to be an ongoing academy, or is it just right now and it's going to be periodically as needed?
So that's a great question, Mayor. We actually thought about that. And basically this lined up perfectly with Bridgeport's hiring of about 25 people, and also Fairfield. So I guess as long as we can line it up with other departments in the region, this is a model that Bridgeport and Fairfield want to continue to do for this region. Even not only we're involved now, Norwalk, but there could be a possibility going forward that Westport gets involved, New Canaan, just regional, without having to send all those people up to Windsor Locks to stay there for the full week. So we're really excited about it. This is like our, it's a trial thing, but I'm very confident that it's going to be worthwhile.
Good. Commissioners, any questions?
Great job. Thank you for the report. Always
Thank
very thorough, and gives us the assurance that our men and women are well prepared to be safe and to rescue those that need rescuing. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.
As always, a lot of training, which is always good to see.
Mm.
So there's nothing on local 830 correspondence, Chief?
Okay, so in case you haven't had a chance to read the letter that you just mentioned for Michelle DeLuca, Michelle Condorino from the 4 Mayor Street Shelter wrote a very nice letter praising Michelle for her actions. Apparently they had to lose their power due to a transformer malfunction, and they had to move some of their residents over to the Smilo Life Center, and they didn't have enough cots. Michelle was able to drop whatever she was doing and go over there within 2 hours and set up I don't know, at least 30 cots for them. And she just can't get over what a great partnership we have. And she's so happy. And it was a very nice letter. So thank you, Michelle.
Yes, thank you.
The other letter we received from a Valerie Rovins. Apparently her dog was in her car, a pug, stepped on her keys, locked the car with him in it. It was a very hot day. And she was pretty well very distraught as to what to do. She finally got a hold of somebody to call 911. Fire department got there. She says, break the window, break the window. They said, no, we'll get the door open. They got the door open. They removed the dog from the vehicle. They couldn't find any water, so they said, why don't you put her in the koi pond, which they did, and the dog immediately, was revived. And so she's so grateful that we saved her family, which was her little dog.
If it was a cat, would they have to put that in the koi pond as well?
Excuse me?
If it was a cat, would they have put that in the koi
Oh,
pond?
I don't know. Probably not. So those are the two letters that are under the correspondence.
Great
Always
job,
good. It
great job.
just goes to show that our fire department goes outside of the norm and above and
Mhm.
beyond and does a lot of things that people don't even recognize or realize. It's not just as what is it, Sanford Anderson used to say, stop putting the wet stuff on the hot stuff or something like that. It's a lot of other things that you do that benefit the community. So these kinds of things is always good for the commission to hear, always good for the public. I wish more people would listen in on some of these meetings so they can get a true picture of what's happening. Anything else from the commission?
No, thank you.
Okay, now we have a drop pension request from Lieutenant William Frizen.
Farrison, yeah,
Harrison.
everything was submitted. His letter of intent was submitted on time, so it's going to be effective like the group that you approved last month, beginning July 1st. You should be getting that. All the paperwork has finally been produced, and you'll be getting that very, very shortly, if not electronically later on today or tomorrow.
All right, so the paperwork on this, all the details are coming forward to the commission.
Yep.
All right, so it would be, and when is it taking effect?
That was July 1st.
Okay. All right, so we'd have to entertain a motion to approve it, subject to receiving the paperwork and approving the paperwork. So if one of the commissioners want to make that motion,
I'll make the motion.
okay. Motion made by Commissioner Ferguson. Any further discussion, questions, or comments?
Just a comment, Mr. Mayor. I know the paperwork needs to be circulated for signature each of the commissioners. Would you mind signing for me and putting your initials following the signature on all
Yeah.
of the six?
That'll be, yeah, that'll be fine.
Thank you.
Okay.
Any further questions? All in favor of approving this request, subject to the paperwork being submitted?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Old business update on MU 229.
So Chief McCabe talked about it briefly. Not really more to add. They're still finishing putting the lights in and the radios and the antennas. Waiting for the decals and the markings to be put on the boat. There's one fabrication of an intake pipe that needs to be refabricated. And we're hoping to get all this done within 2 or 3 week period, I'm hoping. And then we'll get the boat in for training. So they
When
are
the boat
working on
goes-
it.
when the boat goes in the water, might be a good idea to invite the commission to come down and take a look. Let us take a look at it, explain the operation. I know you'll have two boats in the water now, right? You still
Yeah.
keeping the other one?
We're gonna keep the other one. It's gonna need a little repair
Mhm.
but we want this one to get up and running and everybody trained on it. And then we're gonna take the other one out of the water to do some repairs to the jet drives. But it's yeah, it's a very good sturdy boat to keep and everybody wants to keep it. So we're gonna fix it up and keep it.
All right, so,
we
yeah.
we will plan on a ceremony when we have everything in place to launch the boat. You know how they do it. We're gonna name
a
it
bottle?
after.
That with a bottle of champagne?
Yeah, we're gonna go through all that. You'll all be invited. You'll all be invited.
What'd you say about naming it? I'm sorry.
We're gonna name it after one of our deceased firefighters.
Excellent.
That's nice.
Wonderful.
I just bumped into Bob Bedell's son today.
Right, Matt?
Yeah, Bob Bedell and I went into the Navy together on the buddy plan. And Bob was an accomplished organist. And while we were in boot camp, they took him away. So the buddy system was gone, and they took him away so he could play in the Admiral's band or something. So
Oh, really?
yeah. While I was suffering in boot camp, he's out playing the organ. So
It's not fair.
I know life is not fair.
Life.
There's nothing under new business. Are there any questions from the commission or comments?
None here.
Nope.
I just want to thank you all for all your hard work and dedication in keeping us safe, especially these hot summer days.
Thank you.
Yes,
You.
thank you.
Okay, seeing none, I can accept a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Moved by Commissioner DeStrouge, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. We are adjourned and the time is 15:33 or 3:33. Thank you all.
All right.
Thank
have a
you,
good
everyone.
one.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.